just setting up. I won't be one moment. I'll turn that. Right. Okay, I'm in the right place. Let me just turn that sound off on there. I can turn the camera in. Hi. Thanks for joining me today. It's I don't even know what date it is. It's the 30th of May. Okay, totally thrown out at the moment because it's school holidays, obviously half term, but my daughter is in Germany. So it feels really strange not to have her at home. And it's sort of a bit weird, really. She's been away for a couple of days on her own before, but she's never been abroad before on her own. And it was quite nerving for her at the weekend. And then we got to home base really early because she was panicking, so we had to wait. And eventually it was like 20 to 12 when they set off Sunday night, and 6 o'clock ferry Monday morning. So they've had a long journey overnight, and then I think they got to Bophard where they're staying about 3:30, 4:45 yesterday. So, but she said she's had a good sleep, and they're going on the River Rhine today, so she's really looking forward to that. Doing lots of things, and then a long journey home Friday morning, getting back quite late Friday night. So going to have one very tired little girl next weekend. So yeah, it's all very quiet and strange for Whitsun holiday. But we went out yesterday. We made the most of a decent bank holiday weekend, and we went out to Tinsfield, which is about, I don't know, 30-40 minutes away from us. So had a nice walk around the grounds with the dog and tired him out. And it's a bit cooler today, so it's not too bad, but it's lovely to see the sun shining. It's great. Couple of things that I'm just going to go over this morning. We've got a paper sale coming up throughout June, so from the 1st of June right the way through to the 30th of June. There's 15% off of our designer series paper, which is really quite good because it saves quite a bit of money overall. There's it's from the annual catalogue, and there's also some DSP on the online exclusives, which are also at 15% off. So we've got the Bright and Beautiful 6x6. I'll turn the camera around in a minute. You'll be able to see the flyer. And I'm just having a quick read of it. And I'm going to sneeze. Bear with me. Bye. Oh, dear me. I don't know about you, but I get hay fever, and despite taking tablets regularly, this year seems to be really, really bad. And I know they said today was going to be particularly bad for pollen, but being locked inside, I was hoping I would be all right. So you just have to bear with me. I apologise in advance if I sneeze too much, but hopefully I shouldn't. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera around just so you can see the different designer series paper in the sale, and then I can talk a bit more about that. Bear with me. Okay, so I don't know how well you can see this, but we have the Bright and Beautiful balloons. This is 6x6, so normally that would be £11.75 for the pack, and the 15% off sale takes it down to £9.98. We have the Country Gingham, which is, well, it's not Country Gingham, sorry, Countryside Inn. It's 12x12. Delightfully Eclectic, 12x12. Irvin Elegant is again 12x12. I'm just having a... This one, this Delightfully Eclectic. I just wanted to check something in the catalogue because it's not one that I've looked at, and just seen how much it is, so I don't know how big a pack it is. I should just take a quick look. Okay, so it's 48 sheets instead of the 12. That's why. So it would have been £28. It's £23.80. Okay, so that answers that. So that's why that one's so much more expensive, because there's like 4 times the amount of sheets in there. Okay, so you got the Irvin Elegant, Fresh as a Daisy, Glorious Gingham. Gingham's always really popular. That's 6x6. Hello Irresistible, which is the online exclusive, and again that's 6x6. Inked Botanicals, again is 6x6. Then we have the Les Shops, 12x12. Let's Go Fishing, again 12x12. Masterfully Made, 12x12. These are all 12x12 on here. Stargazing, and the Zoo Crew. And that Zoo Crew is really lovely as well. I've got some of that. I could show you that quite quickly. It's really sweet in the fact it's... Oh, sorry, knocked that over. It's these really cute little characters. Some of them are coloured, some of them aren't, but you could always, you know, add colour to the ones that aren't, and you can easily fussy cut these rather than have the dies. But some of these do have dies that go with them and coordinate. But you know, you've got dogs, raccoons, elephants, koala bears, it's a knitting llama or alpaca, not sure which, hedgehogs, sloths, I think that's like a goatee ram type thing. So some of them, as I say, some bits are coloured, some bits aren't. On the back there's various black and white squiggles and stuff. So you've got the bear, frog, tortoise, beaver. You see the black and white dots. There's dancing hippo and cheetah. Oh, and then this one we've got lions and pigs, etc. So they're really cute, and as I say, you can easily cut those out. And then the backgrounds are like little flowers that could be coloured in. It's more of a just a background, some dots. and white squiggly bits. Those are like little stars that are in, so look, almost like little doodly bits, and some stripes, zigzag stripes. Okay, so that's let's put that down there out the way. So that's really cute. I was thinking about doing a paper share, which basically you would get a quarter of a pack of each of the designer series papers through the post. I haven't worked out the cost with the sale. I had it all worked out before the sale, so I need to go back through and double check it, because see, if they're not the ones that are in the sale, then I can't just take the 15% off the total cost. But it would involve needing 4 people to sign up for the paper share, and then I can sort of, you know, it needs groups of 4 to be able to do it, otherwise I end up with packs of paper that I don't want left over. So if you are interested in the paper share, then let me know. Okay, so today's demonstration is I've got a card that I've already made, so I'm going to demonstrate that. It's a little fancy fold that I saw on Pinterest a while back. Can't think now who actually had done it, but it's quite straightforward. We're using the beautiful balloons and the Bright and Beautiful designer series paper. So this was the card that I made for, and it opens, there's writing in here because I did give it to my husband for his birthday, so you have to excuse the writing, but it's joined there, and then this bit just sits under there to close. Okay, so that's the blue one. I thought I'd use one of my favourite colours today, Berry Burst, and I've got all the pieces here ready. So the cardstock is 7 inches long by 5 3/4, and it's scored at 3 inches. Okay, so I'm just gonna find a bone folder and burnish that score line there. Okay, then we have a 4 inch squared piece of coordinating cardstock, and that is scored at 1 inch. Then we've got the white inside layer. We've got a coordinating piece of bubble bath, this is, and that is 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches. And then a white layer which is 2.25 inches by 3.25 inches. Okay, we've also got 2 pieces of DSP, which is 2 3/4 by 5.5, and 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, so I'm just going to pop these bits out of the way, and I'm going to do some stamping first so that I can get the glue, the ink side out of the way. I'm using lemon and lime twist. These are the inks. Berry burst and bubblegum. And I'm just getting the stamps out. So this little stamp here is like a little ribbon, little string for the balloons. And I've got this balloon here, and then there's a tiny balloon as well. So that's those balloons. And I'm going to use this happy birthday sentiment, but there are other ones on there that would work easily well. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that stamp set out the way. And I just want to check. I have cleaned these, but this stamp looks very blue, and I just want to... It's okay. Let's just be where it's dyed. Okay, so the first stamping I'm going to do is for here. Just spray my stamping scrub so I can clean it all up. And I've literally just used the main colour of the card base to do a bigger balloon. And I've done that on the small piece. I've also put one on the inside. So I'm just going to pop that down there. Okay, and then I'm also going to use the berry burst and pop the sentiment on, so that's just going to go on there. And again, I'm going to do it in the middle of so pop the berry burst out of the way for a moment, because I don't want that getting everywhere. Now I'm going to use the lemon lime twist to do the little strings. Okay. So we can put the middle bit over there out the way. We can bring back in the inks that we're using. Now, I'm going to just do 3 of these, and then I will die cut them. Tap, tap, tap. Give it a good firm push. I am cleaning the stamps in between. Now a lemon lime. Literally with these inks you just need to do a few taps. You don't need to push really hard on the ink because these pads are really juicy, and you don't need to rock and get all ink all over here. You just literally some gentle taps to cover the ink, cover the stamping ink. This one's a very light colour, so that's the 3. Let's pop those out of the way. That's the 3 little balloons, and I'm just going to bring in my mini cutting emboss. And I had the dies somewhere, and I seem to have hidden them, so just bear with me one moment while I uncover those again. There they are. Everything sort of disappears when you want it most. So this is the die set. This piece here will do a nice frill, and then we've got a nice label, various stars and balloons. Those I can show you another time. Okay, so this is the tiny little balloon. And I'm just going to run this through quickly. Don't worry if you hear a big creak. It's just the... Sorry, I'm just taking a minute to line it up. Yeah, the creak will just be it all going through the rollers. That one didn't make any noise, so that was good. So there's one. Ooh. Always seems to take longer to get the dies going when you're filming it, rather than when you're just doing it in preparation. Okay, the second one. Only one more. This is the first year, because of my daughter being in Germany with the schools. The first year we haven't gone away at Whitsun, and it's a bit of a... In some ways I was quite glad I wasn't stuck in on the motorway on Saturday, but in other ways it was like, it's typical. We're going to have a really good week for weather, and yeah, which is just typical really, isn't it? Be ideal for sitting on the beach and going out nice places. I don't think you can beat our country when you've got the decent weather. It's just a shame we can't guarantee the weather. Oops. Right, so that's the third balloon. Just pop that out the way. Okay, so we've now got all the pieces, all the stampings done. We've got all of the other bits, so we can start building the card up now. So first of all, I'm going to put the inside layer in, just with a bit of Tombow. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to put this bit in first. Just pop that out of the way. So this bit needs to go on this edge here. I just do it by eye, just to where it's roughly even gap, but you can measure it if you want. So it's, you're gluing on this bit, and then just button that score line up to the edge. Okay, then this layer can go inside, and that will cover up the majority of that join. Okay, so you hardly see, it's just a little bit there and there, so you hardly see that. Okay, so this piece is going to go on here. Tombow's great, it's really sticky and gives you a really good bond between the card and the paper, but you don't want to put it too close to the edge because it'll squeeze out and then it makes it all sticky. So I just do it sort of 5mm or so in from the edge, and then that one's going to go there on the front. Okay, so that's the main face of the card. I'll just pop that out the way for a moment. And this bit here, can just layer up onto the pink. Okay, now if we go back to my original one, I've just used, you can't really see it, but I've used some dimensionals just on this one edge. So I'm just going to pop those on. I'll stick the and I've actually stuck them on the wrong edge after that. It will come off. Let's just take those. I'll have to get the rest of it. They do come off. They just take a bit of force. I've got a glue rubber somewhere that they would come off easier on, but there we go, never mind. Right, let's put some more on the other side. It's always a good thing to check that, even though I did think I had checked it. Okay, so just going to pop that over, and then you want this just to go, again, you're sort of looking at leveling it up a little bit so it's all as even as possible by eye. Okay, so that just gives you the bit of movement. Being on dimensionals makes it slightly easier. And then these are going to have dimensionals on. And then it's just a case of deciding really how you want them placed on your card. There's those, and then we've got some of our basic rhinestones just to add a little bit of sparkle. Okay, so that's that card. I'll just get rid of these little bits. Okay, so we'll see one sort of a very blue colour, the other one's see more of a pinky red, but yeah. This paper set has actually got, so I'm going to just drink some of my coffee at the same time. It's got a whole raft of colours in it. It's beautiful actually. It's some new ones, some returning ones, some really nice patterns and colours, so that's really good. So that's that one. Now the other card I'm going to make, I haven't actually, that's the card I've done so far. I've not done anything else with it. It is literally just the base of the card that I wanted to, because I've got an idea in my head, and I just thought it'd be more fun to actually go with just making it. It's a pop-up. It's going to be a pop-up card. So the card base is the usual 5 3/4 that way, but instead of being 8 inches and then scored at 4, it's 9.5 inches, and it's scored at 4, then at 4 3/4, and then again at 5.5. So with this one, I'm just going to turn it over. So you need to make it so that it's like a V, like one M, like that. Okay, then just on one of these sides, I'm going to pop some glue and then just stick it down. So again, get my bone folder, give it a bit of a squeeze. Okay, so then you're left with this. Okay, so when you open it, that pops up. Not much of a pop-up card like that though, is it? So it will be by the time we've finished. I'm just gonna look at some papers. So I've not chosen the papers or anything for this. I have got some bits. Okay, my video saying it's ended, so I'm just not sure why it's done that. If you are watching, can you just let me know so that I can just double check that we are still live? And seems to be still working, so I don't know what that's about. Okay, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this, but I've got put that on there, or I could just do a completely different piece. Sorry, bear with me a moment while I just find the piece of DSP that I would like to use. To say, I've not looked at this. It's a very quick, in my head sort of idea. I know what I want to do in the middle. Okay, I think what I'm going to do, first of all, is this piece. This is Azure Afternoon. I want to try this this one dye that makes like a frilly edge, just so that well, so that we can have a look at it together really and see what it does. It says, I have no idea what this is going to turn out like, but as I have this bit here, I'm going to just, I guess you just put it over the edge so that it cuts, but you could put it in the middle. If you put it in the middle, you would end up with a different effect altogether. You wouldn't have obviously have the frilly bit. Let's have a look, see what it comes out like. I should try not to knock the camera while I'm doing it. Hopefully. It's quite fiddly getting this started today, and it's moving all about, so I might have to give up on this one. Give it one more. Oh, there we go. Right, first of all, we'll have a look, see what this looks like. So as you can see, I haven't cut it because it's not right off the edge. I didn't cut all the way through, but I can just chop a little bit of that off, and then you've got these frills, so you can Okay, so you could add that on. Let's again move that out of the way before I lose the dye. And put everything back. Okay, so the middle bit's going to be easier to do. Really, I wanted to show you what we use to do pop-up cards. You can use your... We sell acetate window sheets, but all of our stamps that are photopolymer come like this. They come with a flimsy piece of plastic covering, which isn't any good for this. But the thicker piece, once you've put all of your stamps onto the pictures, you're left with basically a piece of acetate, which you can clean up. But by cutting that, I just want to get some of my balloons and things I've got here. Some more somewhere. Okay, that'll do for now, I think. Okay, so by cutting this out, you can use scissors or you can use the cutters. But literally cutting it into strips. You can then stick your balloons or whatever you're using. I'm going to use these balloons and I'm going to just stick it with a little bit of tear and tape. Just to stick that on. Okay, then you can take, if you want to, you don't have to, you can leave them. You can leave it like that, but you can back it with another balloon. Okay. And then you see you can cut it down to whatever length you want to go onto there. So I'm just going to stick a few more up together. And then you'll get the idea. So you don't have to say, I'm not going to stick one on the back of that because you don't need to. Let's pop some more of this tear and tape on. It's the only problem with using little bits, it gets stuck to your fingers. Cut that piece off. Okay, I don't know if you've seen this in the catalogues, but this is some part of the suite for the these balloons, and it's gold on one side and silver on the other, but it's really cute. And just adds something a bit, I've used it on here, that just add something a bit different. What you just need to do is with your Tombow is just add tiny amounts of glue onto like the bit where you can see, you know, where you've got the gold or the silver. Just my Tombow does dry clear, but it just looks better if you don't have tons of glue showing. Okay, so for these are really quite simple, because then you can just decide how you want to put them. You might decide you want to put another one of these on. And once you've decided where you want to actually put them on your card, on the little pop-up bit, you can cut the window sheet bits down. I don't know if I've got enough glue on there, it might not be quite enough to. That's right. And then again, using a bit of tear and tape on the other ends. You can stick them on, and you can cover all this up with some designer series paper in a moment. That one needs to be cut down a bit more, I think. Try and use this. I'm trying to do it off the desk so that it's not in the way, but it's not quite as easy. And then obviously I don't want it sticking up out of the card, so chop that end off. Bit tear and tape on. Okay, so when you actually open your card, they will pop up. Like so. So you can put pieces of, let's find some nice pieces of, let's chop that down because that's a bit too long. So 5 3/4. Let's pop glue on. just go on there. I know we're decorating the inside of the card more at the moment, but we will get round to the front. And you can put it on that side as well if you want it to. But that just covers that up. And obviously you can do more on there. It's just really showing you the idea on this card. Okay, so I think I'm going to just find a piece of the blue and have that as a layer. So I'm just going to chop this down to sit as a layer on there. This is Blueberry Bushel, the returning colour, and can just sit there. Then I'm gonna just have to chop a bit of these off. It's literally just a sliver, just chopping this off. And you can add more balloons. I'm not gonna reduce it too far. If you're going to chop the frilly bit off, you need to make sure that your blade is up here and you chop down. You can ruffle this so that it adds dimension to it, and then obviously you can go on and decorate the front with more balloons and things, but that's the overall mechanism of the card and the gist of it. Say I will finish it and put it on Facebook, put it on my blog and stuff. Okay, so I think that's it really today. I've been on here quite a while, so I'm gonna finish it there rather than finishing this card. I could just stick that on, I suppose. Just do a nice find the blueberry bushel, birthday, and then you could do I don't think I've got another balloon cut. I don't really want to get another load of die cuts out. No, I've not got any more balloons, but yeah, I'm going to probably just stick some balloons, a couple of balloons on there, maybe some smaller ones with some ribbon, and just finish that off on that one. But as I say, that was more for the just to show the pop-up mechanism. And then obviously we've got these two cards, the one that I made originally and today's one, to show that fancy fold. Okay, well, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.